You're hopeless. James thought he was looking at an idiot. What on earth are you up to? Dahlia also frowned at the scene. She really could not understand his outrageous behavior. Ignoring the crowd's gazes, Dustin reached down to the shattered laminionth root and started to search for something. Soon, a crimson-red, finger-sized laminionth root appeared. This small and delicate laminionth root was red as blood. It was even emanating an odd smell. One could tell that it was no ordinary item. That's odd, how could there be a smaller laminionth root? Ruth was confused. Is it possible for laminionth root to give birth? At that moment, Mr. Walter seemed to realize something and exclaimed, No way! Could it be that's a blood laminionth root? Everyone in the room went wild at his statement. What? Blood laminionth root? Mr. Walter, you're not kidding, are you? That's right. I've seen it in a book. This is truly a blood laminionth root. Oh my God! I can't believe that I get to see a blood laminionth root with my own eyes. How exciting! The crowd broke into a discussion. Some were surprised, others were envious. Wait! What's a blood laminionth root? Ruth looked around, not understanding what was going on. Blood laminionth root is also one of the laminionth root variants. However, it is more precious and rarer than a normal laminionth root. You could say that it's the king of laminionth roots. It is an invaluable treasure. Mr. Walter gulped, looking elated. Invaluable treasure? Then how much would it cost? Ruth asked out of curiosity. Blood laminionth root is extremely valuable. If I were to auction it, it would cost more than $10 billion. The words from Mr. Walter's mouth shocked everyone in the room. What? 10 billion? Everyone could not believe what he just said. This was an amount that none of them could afford even if they had sold all their possessions. How could it be? This tiny thing is worth $10 billion? Florence's eyes widened in disbelief. 10 billion is just the reserve price. If it were really to be auctioned, it might even be higher. Mr. Walter exclaimed. His words drained the last bit of color from Florence's face. This blood laminionth root was hers. Yet, she sold it out for $5 million. From 10 billion to 5 million. $. The difference was just too big. How could this happen? No! This can't be. At that moment, Julie and the rest were in shock, unable to accept the situation. Who would have thought that a blood laminionth root could be found inside a wilted laminionth root? Dustin, my man. I can't believe you're so lucky. You managed to discover a blood laminionth root. These $5 million were well spent. Ruth burst out laughing. Even for someone like her, she had never seen anything that was worth $10 billion. You! Thanks for your sacrifice, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to get our hands on such a valuable treasure. To be fair, this was supposed to be yours. What a shame, you guys weren't able to recognize the value of it. Thanks to your losses, we're able to get it for such a cheap price. $10 billion. How wonderful. Ruth shook her head and sighed. Her words pierced into their hearts. Julie and Florence turned red in anger, looking as if they had fallen into a pool of mud. That was a treasure worth $10 billion. Because of a small mistake, they gave it away to them. They were really down on their luck.